Is something going on?
Sounds like it. Kisara wants us all to meet at the castle entrance. Taking in the view again?
Yeah. Looking at the scenery helps take my mind.
Like what?
Being a maiden. Whether I really am a descendant of Naori. Those kinds of things.
So, are you mad at me?
For what?
I destroyed the Renaissance. Right as you were about to get rid of your thorns for—
Why did you destroy it?
When I saw it appear in front of me, it reminded me of what happened back on Lenegus. And the rest was... it was all just a blur. I'm sorry.
It must have been a pretty terrible memory. Besides, we don't know that the Renis Alma actually was destroyed. For all we know, it might have disappeared with that red woman.
If so, then why are
Don't.
you...
It's okay. You brought me back. You got me away from Volron. That's enough for now. Let's get going. We shouldn't keep everyone waiting.
Kisara said she wanted everyone to meet at the castle entrance. Hey, Shion.
Don't. I'm sorry. But if you come any closer, you'll only end up getting hurt.
Because of your thorns, you mean? Trust me, I've endured...
No, that's not it. You don't understand.
If it isn't your thorns, does that mean there's...
It's just...
In that case, I'll see you up ahead, okay? We're so high up!
Oh, it's you two. I suppose that makes me the last one, then.
We better get a move on, or else we'll never hear the end of it from Kisara.
Right you are. A month has passed since we vanquished Volron. I would have thought that the Renins on Lenegus would have made their move by now. Yet they still remain as silent as ever. We have no idea what happened to Volron's body, nor its whereabouts. The Red Woman also has yet to reappear, and contrary to what I had heard, when the Renis Alma formed, not 5, but 6 elements were present, with darkness constituting the 6th and final master. Were either of you aware of?
You mean about the Renis Alma? Of course not.
Same. I had no idea a Darkness Master Core even existed.
What about Shion's maiden powers?
No. That was the first I learned about that, too. Or anything about having that power.
Me too. I remember thinking the same thing.
What could it all mean, I wonder? There are so many questions with too few answers, particularly when it comes to that Red Woman and her abilities.
Were it any other ability that used astral energy, I'd say it was an astral art.
Speaking of astral energy, we also mustn't forget that while the other Master Cores disappeared when forming the Renis Alma, for some reason the Fire Master Core remained. It may well have been the work of your maidenly powers. Alphen, are you still able to—
For now, at least. That Renis Alma sucked most of the energy.
And the sword is safe inside of me for the—
Good. At least that's what—
You can say that again. We have more than—
Hey, wait up!
I heard we are all to meet at the castle entrance.
This is Ganya, who has a problem. I was just about to ask him.
All right, then. Well, tell us what's on your mind, Ganya.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry?
I did.
Are they not enough?
No, I haven't.
Then what's...
Alphen, you have to remember, these people aren't used to responding so quickly. Be slow and—
Oh, right. I forgot. So you have your rations, and it's enough food.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Do your rations—
I don't know.
What's that supposed—
I haven't eaten them, so I don't—
Wait.
If bringing them into the—
What? Why?
Everyone in my group is doing it.
I'm guessing none of us told them to do it, or else we'd know, right?
I was afraid that the people in this capital are slowly regaining their own will.
Are you saying someone who got their will back sooner might be taking
Definitely. This is
It seems like the people here still tend to blindly follow any orders they're given.
It's a reflex that was quite literally beaten into them. Undoing it will take some time.
I know it's not their fault they're like that, but it's still irritating to deal with.
Hey, remind me, just what exactly are we all doing?
What do you mean? We're helping people, aren't—
Could have fooled me. Lately it feels like everything we're doing ends up... We liberated the people of Pelegion, but their hearts and minds are no less under the yoke than the day we found. As for Volron's cronies, we have no idea.
You think I don't already know all that? We're doing everything we didn't choose to get stuck here. Sometimes you have to— Besides, you've seen all the same things I have. You know as well as I do that deposing the lords alone—
Rinwell's right. We've gotten this far.
I guess? I mean, I didn't think we'd be singing around the campfire as soon as the wall—
The fight isn't over just yet. At least...
I'm just sick of all this waiting. If they're gonna invade, why don't they get them—
Stop that! Don't you think we've got enough problems as it is without you? Spot something?
Oh, no. Just wondering if I could see any
Armored guards. You mean Volron's soldier?
The moment we defeated their lord, all those guys bolted out of there. And not just that, for better or worse, it was the guards who looked after the city's stand-ins. Without them, making—
It's not like they were on their last legs. They could have chosen to stay and fight, but instead—
But without a lord to follow, they can't have any place to go.
It's not completely out of the question. Though I'd say it's more likely they're biding their time somewhere. Just—
The people here in Pelegion are nowhere near Is it just me, or was today's dinner—
I felt that it was seasoned perfectly, so as to bring out the flavor of—
Last taste buds are still like a kid's, so if his food isn't rich enough, I bet he doesn't feel like he's eaten—
Don't make fun of me! We all need salt!
He has a point. You do lose stamina if you don't get enough.
Yeah, I remember seeing people trying to lick the rocks back at...
What? Why would any...
Sometimes you can find rocks out there that taste salty. They used to say it was because of all the
Most likely, that was actually rocks. When our provisions ran low, Miguel would often bring some. At the time, we used it because it's all we had. But now there's something hearty about rock salt I like. Even more.
Is it possible, perhaps, to...
It is. You have to know what you're looking for, but when I find any, the flavor even changes depending on what kind of terrain it comes from. Sometimes...
Wow.
You can always count on Kisara to be earnest. That's why we have to do our part in...
Gonna search through this whole castle?
Oh, quit grumbling. This sort of stuff's old hat for us by now.
Yeah, you've got a point, but...
It's not going to take forever, Law, I promise. Let's just do what we came here to do and get out.
Very well.
Well...
Hey.
Pardon me.
What the hell? Do you guys not realize who we are?
Doesn't seem that way. You must think we're just damned from the town.
Whatever's going on, these are Bull Run soldiers. Watch yourself. Ready to go.
Annihilation! Darkness! No! Magic is there! Freeze Lancer! Arctic Waterfall! Freeze Lancer!
Tear you apart!
Leave the enemy's arcs to me!
No getting here!
Astral Energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory! Naturally! Mega Ray! I'm all sucked up!
Finish
Lock!
it!
Demon's Descent!
Flashing Fang!
Yeah.
Hey.
You don't say.
Well...
Well?
How?
Oh, wow!
So then,
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, Dohalim.
actually, they were abiding Renin hierarchy. Not me personally.
Well, either way, it solved the problem, and that's what counts.
I don't sense any more enemies.
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting. But not considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month. We should consider ourselves...
But if they do start operating independently again, that's...
Indeed. Ganeth Heros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to a
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm.
Yes. I just hate that we had to use your...
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys any...
So they're alive? They're...
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible they made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it. Why do they get to... The bastards should die.
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People driven by hate who stopped before it was... And I fought plenty of people, but after a while,
Then what the...
we're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own acts. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all...
You're right, Alfie. It seems like people are either willing, but all that does is add more hate. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up...
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that...
Is that to say...
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you...
Fair enough.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit...
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking...
Indeed. That is part of it. However, what do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel...
Probably...
What happened to Ganeth Heros is the worst form of oppression we've seen, but treated cruelly or kindly.
Lenegus aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence?
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even... There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil. But there is one thing, whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at...
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just...
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all...
But we have to at least try to change course.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the... But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing...
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
When you think about it, thinking for yourself can be a heavy responsibility at times.
Yeah, it's not like your mind will only ever think about good. Happy things, for one.
Maybe so. But I'll still take that burden over living life as a puppet serving others. That's why I want to do everything I can to help these people.
Oh?
What?
Yes!
Just great. What?
What?
Yes! Yes!
Nice.
Sorry.
Yes.
Just great.
Yes! What?
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
I sense a poor soul who is in dire need.
Well... Hey! Got it!
Where are you going?
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. Though I'm not sure why you're biting my head.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about it? At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes. And yet we're just sitting here twiddling our...
I know that. But our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want?
Look, you're right.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't...
Then why?
Please just drop it.
All right.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
I think there's someone in trouble here.
Oh, hey!
Seriously?
Well...
Well...
Huh?
That's just...
I guess...
Yeah. Law.
Yeah!
Oh?
Oh, wow! All right! I wasn't expecting a thank you for that.
Maybe socializing with people is helping... to jog his memory bit by bit. You did good, Law.
Thanks.
Well, yeah.
No.
Huh? Got it. Boomy! Boo! Me!
The heck? Are you stuck on that too?
No, really. I kind of see where... they're coming from.
Are you okay with anything as long as it's round and flies?
The spray from this waterfall feels so good.
Seriously. Makes the sweat I worked up getting here all worth it.
Don't get too wet now, you two, or else you'll catch a cold.
Little help! Get into the wind! Air!
No further!
Air!
Now you see what I can do!
Is it hot? Just back it out again!
Flying freaks!
What can they do it?
Sion, can you take care of them?
Astral energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory! Air thrust! Naturally! Blah, blah, blah! Air thrust!
Demons descend! Flashing bang!
Wow, that was a nice move there.
I know, right? Bet you couldn't do it.
So it's a grab here, thrust the left leg, then use... the right arm to leverage over...
Stop memorizing! My move!
As impressive as always.
Where I hoped I wasn't true.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever. I've never seen Sion.
Astral energy! Full throttle!
A flawless victory.
Dance naturally! Eat dirt!
Hold up! Is this as valuable as I think it is?
There's the Zoogle we were asked to handle.
Is that the Zoogle we're looking for?
Hi, Hoodle! Hear me! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Hear my call! Air thrust! Hear me! Flame of fury! Air thrust! Air thrust!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sweeping them up is a one-man job.
By all means, be my guest.
I mean, you can help if you want.
Do it!
There you go.
Why'd you heal me?
No complaints from me.
All we have to do is get rid of that thing, right?
Go no further! Glacial Spear! Pierce Evil! Supernova! Thunder Field! Dance in the wind! They may look cute and stuff, but they're vicious! Freeze Lancer!
We got flyers!
I've got this! Let him march the
We are
handling!
freaking invincible!
All yours!
Thousand and the others truly are strong!
What about me?
Thunder Field! Glacial Spear! In the wind! Evil! Air Thrust! You're really, really strong, Alphen!
I'm just trying to do the best I can.
Still, it's reassuring to have you around.
All aboard the victory train!
Overconfidence can bite you in the butt.
How long has it been since I last went this hungry?
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Hi, Hoodle! Water! Here I come! In the wind! Air Thrust! Glacial Spear! Pierce Air! Thrust!
Now you see what I can do! Easter!
Statue-wielding Arthur! Now I've seen everything! Water!
Do it,
Here
flying
we dream!
freaks! Why can't they just sit
Fight
still?
better at a distance.
Can you take
Further
care of them?
away, the better. No sooner you and I both.
Not so smug now! Air Thrust!
Swallow dance! Take balloon!
Air Thrust!
Dragon Demon Pain!
Finish it!
Here! Air Thrust! Well, looky here!
Looks like trouble with a capital T!
Together, we got this!
I'm like bait to them!
It's a duel of the outfit!
Dragon Shout!
Take this!
Ribbon Tear!
Air Go for the weak point!
Now! Dragon Form! Anything in armor is all mine! In a bind?
I'm out of ammo! I'm a close up! Dance in the wind!
All dancers here and now!
Thunder Field!
Soaring Light Spear!
Chinese Supernova! Thunder Field! Leave the enemy's arcs to me!
Now!
No complaints here!
Take it down! Air Thrust! Here, let me help! You get the gist! First aid!
Super Swallow Dance!
You picked the wrong spot! Defenses are down!
I blink.
You'll pay for that!
Mega Ray! You get the gist. Mega Ray!
My head's spinning just watching you.
They're all coming after me.
I'm coming, Manuel.
I'm not scared. I'm totally fine.
I owe you one.
Hurricane!
Where are you going?
Got it.
Going in.
Now's our chance. Shining super.
Now or never.
Here's
Hurricane
Crazy Cascade.
This one's mine. Hurricane strike.
The flaming
Going.
Sure,
Burn up.
to be let free.
Here.
Look sharp.
This one's mine!
Hurricane Magic is out. Air thrust. Blah blah blah. Air thrust. You get the gist.
They're all
Air
going to
I
love
don't
you.
know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Air thrust. Too much to handle. Hold on to your arms. Here's the healing arm. Mom.
Come on.
Air thrust! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Magic is out! Air thrust! Dance in the wind! Sometimes the best medicine is the toughest of
Megasonic thrust! Striking form!
Thunderfield!
Explosive ring!
It's weakened! Arch Steel!
This ends now!
This one's mine.
Thunderfield!
On
Take
guard.
Healing dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Here I come! Hurricane
Switch to
thrust!
offense.
Dance in the wind! Not on my watch! Shining Supernova!
Rollerblade!
Thunderfield! Shining Supernova! Here's a healing arm!
Throb
I owe you one!
Down.
Thunderfield!
Stay away from my friend!
This one's mine.
Thunderfield!
Going in.
You're mine!
Supernova! Don't mind if I do!
Eternal
Thunderfield!
devastation! Swallow blade!
Shining Supernova! Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
I'm not done! Sword blade out! No further! This isn't looking good!
That's quite, unique.
Radiant light! Now it's my turn!
I never miss! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Magic is out! Air thrust! Blah, blah, blah. Air thrust! You get the gist. Air thrust! You get the Sing. Not long to go now.
We couldn't have done it without you, Renata.
Thanks. Come on. Let's you and me get in there and finish this fight. Take care of Radiant. Poodle.
Sorry. I didn't want to put you out.
What are friends for? We can't depend on one another.
You're right. I'll bear that. Mind.
On guard. Burn up. Flaming meteor.
Radiant Storm of Fury. Hear me. Flame of
It's time to finish this. Die. Consuming wildfire. Here I go.
Force of regeneration! Regenerate! Can't get out of this! Allow me to help you. Does it hurt? Another incantation ruined. This is some punishment.
Not in your dreams. I'll bring you back from death to this. Shining Supernova.
Where
are you going?
in the wind! Air thrust! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! This can't be happening! Air thrust!
Make it in time.
You're close to us! Right back at ya!
I'll grind you into dust.
Go get him! One last one! Shining
The enemy's open.
supernova!
I let my guard down.
The everlasting
Shining
dark.
supernova!
Negative J.
Sun ready!
Resonate. I'm ready.
Dohaline!
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around.
Does anyone else think this may be just a bit too tough for us? We should be able to cook here. I've got to keep my equipment in tip-top shape.
Shion, could we talk a moment?
Hey, do you have time?
Of course.
It's about the doll I used to have as a little girl.
You were so little.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I know that it's extreme. Are you saying? Look, logically speaking, crazier things have happened. Sometimes things happen.
You make a good point.
Exactly.
I can't a little...
Right? Look, it's up to you to...
Yeah, I think...
I think it's time we go to sleep. Morning. Ready to head out?
We finally made it.
Yeah! You... Yeah!
What's gotten into him?
He says, instead of making a Zoogle sign... Yeah!
Finally made it.
No way! All right. Having to inform a mother... Her son died isn't an easy thing to do.
But if not us, then who? That's why we have to find...
Sorry.
Yes.
All right.
How can she think of putting her son to rest as work?
Because that's the way people were made to think about every aspect of their lives.
I know she doesn't mean anything bad by it. I know that, but...
It looks like she went out of town to take care of her son's body.
That's a little concerning. There's Zoogles roaming...
Yes.
What? I'm afraid not.
I'm sorry.
Rinwell.
Huh?
Good.
Right.
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive.
Something's eating at you.
I don't know if I would say that. I mean, my people, we lived in hiding. After Almadria killed my mother and father, though, I guess, but then I think of all those people who were born into slavery. The ones who never even got angry and
I hear you.
when it comes down to...
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. I guess...
No, I get it. I never... But here...
I think we've helped these people just about as much as we can. They're going to need more long-term aid. What?
What's that noise?
Alvin, this is bad! Look at the sky!
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is transforming, but into...
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal...
Not just into Dana, but her own resistance too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any...
Astral...
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy?
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every...
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as...
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dana is going...
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind that?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the 2 of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person...
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured...
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balsef, too. You saw her, right, Shion?
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran in.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a...
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renin top.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
But if it's not that...
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that wedge is a...
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganeth Harros until we...
Cyslodia lies beyond the...
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those, and we haven't gotten clues from any...
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hid...
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows?
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build...
That must be Rena's true power.
I imagined there would be something, but not to this extent.
What's gonna happen now?
We ask around. Let's do what we can.
Hey, when that wedge dropped down on Dana, did anyone else see any weird lights shoot out with it?
Indeed. As I recall, it was 4 lights, each one a different color and going in a separate direction.
That's what I saw too. What were they?
Hold on. A lot just happened here, so let's take a minute. For now, let's focus on one thing at a time.